Tell us about working with the legendary Tony Scott.
Tony Scott. He is a guy that, first of all, I just remember that he's very unusual in the fact that he gets up at 3 a.m. every morning and starts writing his storyboards down. And I thought that was fascinating, and looking at his storyboards day in and day out. And I started asking him about them, and he'd give those to me, and I eventually stopped looking at the script and started looking at his storyboards, and I started getting in his head and seeing how he saw this character Arstat. And that came down to one point where we were standing on a ferry, and there were about 300 people watching us arguing out in a way where, because I had this accent, this very specific kind of Cajun accent, you know, le anglais, le miso, le français, le con, le mitajuchat, you know, and he said, no, it's not that. Jim, 2 words, trust me, and I did. And that's where I got the genesis of my character from Tony Scott.
I know this movie is not just your typical detective cop movie. There actually pulls like sci-fi elements, or you know, the whole time travel aspect.
Sure.
Is that what made you like interested in the script, or?
Well, Denzel Washington, Tony Scott, Jerry Bruckheimer, Disney. Val Kilmer wasn't so bad, you know. All those things combined, you've got a great support system. The material has to be there, but you got to have the right people that can knock it out of the park, and that just elevates me. I mean, you have to step up, and you continually do in this business.
Do you believe in this theory? Because it seems so real. Like
in the story, I do, as far as in what Tony talks about, which is science. He says, you know, science fiction. He says, Jim, this is science fact, and you have to believe in this, or no one else will. And I think that, you know, even if you were to go back 20 years ago and say there's going to be a technology called the internet, how many people would have laughed at you? But with that technology, you have to be very responsible for it, right? Too, because a lot of bad can come from it as well. A lot of good, but a lot of bad too. People abuse technology.
If you could travel back in time, would you?
Would I? Can I come back? Okay, let's say I yeah, I'd go back.
What would you do? Would you possibly give yourself advice for the future, or tell you not to do something?
Yes, absolutely. But then at the same time, you learn from your mistakes. And, you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? And so, I think I'd rather go into the future. Yeah.
And can you give us some updates on what you're currently working on?
Right now I'm doing Outlander. I'm shooting it in Nova Scotia, and it's going to be a great film. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so
much.
Thank you.